So this one time, really before I started noticing these things happening to me, I was still in high school, so I was still pretty young. Maybe like, I think that's right. Maybe like 17. I think that's right. I was at my grandparents' house for Easter, and I was the second story house. I was looking out their big picture window, and like you see the road, and then you see their yard, right? And as I was looking out this window, I started having like a hint of deja vu. And then I saw this white car fly into the yard, and I started remembering that I had done this before. Now it's like deja vu, except for you remember the entire scene. In fact, I remembered it so strongly that when we all went out to see if this person was okay in the car because it had flipped, I asked her, I was like, did you do this before one time? Like, I don't know if my mom remembers me saying that. But I knew that I had done it already. And that was before I went through my Kundalini experience, or so it's like it's always been there. The psychic ability, or the remembrance of the other life. So I believe that's what deja vu is. You are remembering what you did in the last life, or the life that you're living right at the same time, right next to you type thing. So why do I remember it more than other people? Why do I remember it as a... It's weird because it's not always like I know exactly what's going to happen. I do remember sometimes, but it couldn't be like that. You couldn't remember everything all the time, or you would go insane. It's pretty close to that. But because I went insane in the last lives, I'm able to stay pretty level-headed mentally, even though it might not sound like it. This is so hard to explain. And it's really hard for me to talk about, too. Talk about serious, try to be serious and straight-faced, but I know what it sounds like. But I guess we can all have a good laugh either way. Whether you believe me or you don't. Who knows? You could experience something like this in the near future. Do I think that I'm special? Absolutely. I really did think that I was somebody special. But I know that that is not the case. I don't know if anybody's any more special than anybody else. I think that we decide these things before we come here, and that's why our lives are so different. We decide with Source because we are Source. And it's when we leave here, it's not like, I don't know, it's like we're staying here until our vibration is on the proper level. That can't be true. Because all sorts of miserable fucking people die and transcend this plane. I can't imagine everybody's just stuck living the same lives over and over and don't recognize it. But that's what we do, right? Anyways? Like, once we are done with this body, like, the only thing there is to come back and experience, whether we're coming here or experiencing another plane of existence. That's all there is an experience. So that's what makes time real. I know that it's not real because I can see that it's not real, but here in this plane of existence, we have to use it as if it is real, because if we don't, Oh man. You know, having trouble coming to terms with something. Um, this happens to the people that we call shamans. And I don't know if I feel like that belongs to me. Just because I don't feel it doesn't make it not true. And I do feel it. Am I going to choose to not do anything about it? Because it sounds not how I think it should sound. They say everything is a choice, right? What if I just going to keep making the wrong choice until I make the choice that has been decided? Can somebody please tell me what the answer is? Fuck.